Saudi Arabian teams of the International Karate Center, winning 7 medals and finishing at the 13th position among 160 teams. Let's watch this report about them. In the World Karate Championship that organized in Istanbul by the World Karate Federation, Saudi Arabian team of the International Karate Center accomplished an excellence when it won 2 golden medals and 5 bronze. This international event, 1,300 players from 160 teams representing 45 countries have performed 2,826 participants. Saudi teams achieved the 13th position in the overall ranking through 7 medals, 2 golden and 5 bronze by the participation of 5 players. First player, Faisal Al-Jasser, bronze medal. Second player is Saad Al-Qahtani, bronze medal, fighting above 70 kilos. Third player, Asir Ammar, golden medal. Fourth player, Umar Al-Qahtani, 2 bronze medals. And finally, Abdul Rahman Al-Yahya. It is worth mentioning it is the first time for Saudi Arabia to achieve any golden medal in global competition, whereas it achieved 2 golden medals for juniors in fighting and kata, along with accomplishing 5 bronze medals. And we'd like to thank Mr. Abdul Hadi Na'na and Mr. Hamad Al-Zaidan and Mr. Muhammad Riyad and Mr. Abdul Man'am Saeed for cooperating to provide this material to us. And I'd like to welcome with me here my guest, also Shehan Muhammad Al-Qahtani, the Karate National Coach, as well as Mr. Asir Umar, a Karate player, and also Mr. Saad Al-Qahtani, a Karate player. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you all.
Thank you.
From coming back in Istanbul and actually being in the 13th position among 160.
Yes.
Yes.
That is actually a really good step.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So,
yes.
What are your comments actually, accomplishing that?
Bismillah. Before we start, I would like to thank you and thank Channel 2 for this great opportunity.
It's our pleasure.
And the thing is, I would like to correct that information. The former national head coach.
The former national head coach.
Yeah, I'm now the president of the International Karate Center.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Well, we went through so many difficulties to achieve this achievement. And the thing I'm proud of really is these cadets who achieved for the first time a gold, well, not a gold, or 2 golds and 5 silvers, world level competition, which is a great achievement for the Saudi karate. For 50 years, never been achieved this success. So the effort they made, and they say that I'm a bit difficult coach to be with, but the result came out very well.
With the hard work always comes like results.
Oh yes.
And I believe y'all won 7 medals, 2 golden and 5 bronzy.
Yes, correct. That's correct.
How actually did that, you know, how did that make you feel actually winning 2 medals in a world, international world actually championship?
Yes, well, the feeling is indescribable. But there's a story before that, if I may.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Enlighten us.
My players, they play the 5 major schools in karate, which are under the umbrella of World Karate Federation, which is Waduryo, Shitoryo, Shotokan, and Shitoryo. These 4 major schools, nobody plays them all. Like for the Middle East, in the Middle East, there is only Shotokan, and which we participated in this one. In September, we have the world champion in Shitoryo, and also after like 3 weeks, the world champion in Goju-ryu.
That will be next.
Yeah. So we are implementing and practicing these 4 major schools, and we have achieved this one, and we are hoping for the next 2 to be achieved. The thing is, these guys worked very hard in this event, which is under the umbrella of WUSCO, which is World Shotokan Karate Union, which is a technical federation under the umbrella of World Karate Federation, which is organizing federation. So these technical federations, we are participating in their events on the world level. So we went to WUSCO, the event was in Istanbul, and I was hoping for, really for 2 medals maximum. And I was hoping for 1 gold, maybe 1 silver. For the first time, well, it's not the first time, it's the second time. The first time was with Faisal Al-Jasser, who's absent here for social circumstances. But we won, as you mentioned, and as we're proud of, we have the certificates, the 7 medals.
MashaAllah. And after, I believe you actually won a medal and a bronzy medal. How does that make you feel?
For me, I got a gold medal in kata and the bronze medal in committee. And I was, it was so hard, but in committee, I thought that I would be having a medal or gold, but it's Allah.
Alhamdulillah. And you know, Captain actually, Shiham Muhammad said, you know, told us at the beginning he was, you know, giving you a hard time at the beginning. Yes. Were you actually satisfied and appreciate all the efforts and, you know, the hardness or maybe the hard times he gave you before, now that you accomplished a golden medal and a bronze medal?
Yes, in the first, when I was with Shihan, I thought that this hardness will not bring anything, golds, medals. I didn't think that I'll bring a championship or a gold medal in championship world for karate. But also,
you came back and
yes,
you earned it.
Yes.
You won it. And Mr. Saad, you know, is this your first medal to win?
Yes, it's my first international medal.
And we hope it won't be the last. But how does that actually make you feel?
Well, actually, I'm feeling all the thanks, of course, for Shihan. He was practicing us correctly with a little bit hardness, but what...
but you know, the result came out good.
Yes.
That's what they always complain about.
And how old are they, your karate students?
Well, They started with me kids, actually, 5 years,
Mashallah.
6 years. And we've been together, and I still have other kids, promising champions, who are willing to go on the same steps.
All right, and who is actually supporting the team financially?
Okay. Actually, I forgot to dedicate this achievement, if you allow me to dedicate
Please.
it. Yeah, I would like to dedicate this to His Majesty Custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah, and his Crown Prince, and the Saudi nation. And there's the Honorary President of the International Karate Center, Prince Bandar bin Mohammed bin Abdurrahman, who is supporting us all the way. And all the people around us are really encouraging us to achieve more, always. It's not the first achievement for the center. We've been with our champion, Faisal Al-Jasser. He achieved the top fighter in Germany, the goldest, and in kata, and silver in
But that was a single effort, right? Not a whole team.
No, it was the team, but there was a single player. And after last year, we went to Goguryeo Asian Championship. We won 6 gold medals out of 6 players.
MashaAllah.
Yes, and that was covered by the newspapers, but we were not on TV. But,
which one is actually better for our actually, Karate National Center? To one player win, a medal, a golden medal, or actually, having 5 to 6 players? Because I believe in this one, 5 players won actually medals.
The strategy, our strategy, is first to concentrate on one player, and the champ will bring others with him. So the first step was bringing out Faisal Al-Jasser, and then later on the others came following.
But Faisal, for this actually step, he only in Istanbul, he only won a bronze medal.
He kept the same level. The last championship, he was the only participant, and he got the bronze medal. And this.
So among your players, who actually surprised you the most?
In
the result?
All of them. All of them. I mean, if you were there at the time, there were this emotional feelings, and we called his father the moment he won, and we just surprised him, and I said, "Hey, your son is a world champion." He said, he cried immediately, and he said, "Are you joking?" And I almost cried at the time.
That is actually a very great accomplishment.
Oh, yes.
And how do you feel about it? Like, being the coach, and you're actually, all this work, the hard work you put in, and the hours and the years. You mentioned you actually had him since they were kids.
Yes.
5 years old.
Yes.
How did that actually make you feel? Satisfied?
Just dreaming to have one of your players being a world champion is something you cannot describe. I couldn't sleep the night before. I couldn't sleep the night after. The night before was the stress, and the night after was like the joy. Yeah, and so I cannot really describe the feeling. What I can describe is I have to work harder with them to achieve more, because now we know the way.
Because you touched it, you got it
Yes.
for the first
Yes.
time. Okay, and how would you keep up this level? Winning actually international medals and championships.
Well, I wouldn't hide the secret if I told you that
Please.
we paid for all of these achievements. It was not, it was part of it by Prince Bandar, and part of it by the parents and by the center.
When you say paid for it, can you actually...
The costs.
The cost
Tickets, the participation fee, the hotels.
the sponsorship.
The sponsorship, yeah. We are looking for sponsors. We are looking for people who are willing to put their money in something that will make them proud of. So,
actually, you've been in the middle of all this. Do you see it's actually a profitable investment for sponsors to come actually and sponsor, clubs and teams, or maybe single Saudi players, and then after they get win international championships, would that actually help them out?
yes, on the long run. If you have champions, like everybody knows that this player or this champ is the world champion, and he's a gold model for everybody, and you can put him on merchandise, being a model, sport model. That will,
So it's,
on the long run.
So it should be actually a really good investment for the private sectors.
Yes.
And do you Do you sometimes wonder why actually some of the big clubs here, actually the local clubs like Hilal, Al-Ittihad, Al Nasr, have you actually tried to offer them to sponsor some of the events or the championships?
I was the head coach of Hilal Sports Club for 16 years. I achieved 49 championships with them. And the problem is the media is concentrating on football, on soccer.
Indeed it does.
Yes. And the other games are, in the shade. There's no light.
Who do you think that's fault?
It's not a fault.
Is it the media?
No. What I think is, in each game, it's members, they should promote it. They should pay for that. They should give, effort on that matter. And by time, someday, people will know.
What about the fans? I mean, how long have you been actually in the karate world?
38 years.
38 years.
Yeah.
So far, within those years, have you seen increasing or decreasing number of actually the fans?
No, increasing.
Or the people watching it?
Increasing.
And what do you think the reasons behind that?
Because it's drifted to sports more than traditional. So people are interested in participating and bringing the family, and this is all over the world. And this is another issue that I should speak about. That you mention it. If I may raise this, okay. This is the sign of the K is on the way. That is the World Karate Federation is trying or making effort to have the Olympics accepting karate as an Olympic game. So they're making the effort, very hard effort, all over the world to make people come to karate and support karate to be in the World Olympic Games 2020. And we are encouraging this campaign to achieve its goal. Because when the goal is achieved, then karate is an Olympic game, then people will participate in karate. Karate will be promoted on a higher level. And I think we will succeed.
All right. And as you know, Sheikh Mohammed Al-Qahtani, in the world ranking, when it comes to media, a lot of people in the world they love to watch, fighting games, boxing, fighting, karate. How do you think we could implement that here actually and get more attention in this sport?
Well, first it depends on the instructor, the coach. He should, give these. I'm trying to find the best word for it. To be a role model, to be somebody who is an idol for ethics, and he should have morals in his players that this is supposed to be self-defense, supposed to be in sports. You do not, go bullying people because you have these skills. You're a martial artist, you're a karate player, or anything. So actually, it depends on the coach. It depends on the family. It depends on the society also. I hope that answered the question.
And when you actually train your students, what do you expect from them? I mean, do you like actually to teach them defense and techniques, or just winning championships? Why do you do that?
This is a very good question. See, some instructors, especially who are involved in competitions, they make the player work on their plan. So the way they win, that's the way they teach. But the way I teach, I'm trying to cover all aspects of the game of karate, tradition and sport. And not only that, the different schools I'm studying. I've been researching in karate for 16 years.
How many schools there are?
Actually, the four major schools are four, which is Wadoryo, the way of peace, Shitoryo, the two simples, Gojuryo, power and flexibility, and Shotokan, the pine wave, the pine tree wave.
All right, Sheikh Mohammed, I'll actually get back with you in details, but let's watch this report. Welcome back. And actually, we had more guests coming with us to show us the accomplishment they have earned in Istanbul. We have with us another guest, Mr. Abdulrahman Al Yahya, a world champion, and I believe you won the golden medal.
Yes, if I may speak on his behalf, yes, he got the gold medal as the first player to achieve, Saudi player to achieve the gold medals in the history, in the karate history.
And how old are you, Ustad Rahman?
13.
13,
yeah.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. He's the one you called his dad, and he was kind of
this is the one I called his dad.
Oh, MashaAllah.
Because his dad was at the...
And that is Mr. Umar Al-Qahtani. He won 2 medals,
yes.
2 bronzes.
Yes. One in kumite fighting and one in performing kata.
MashaAllah. And Mr. Abdullah Zaidan, you were with the media side. Exactly. MashaAllah. And so how does actually, like, being, within this family? Because it does, to me, look like a close family.
Well, this is part of the family. Actually, Faisal Al-Jasser was the last, on your report, he had the last picture, one of our player. On social circumstances, he's not here today with us. Yeah, but let me just
what is that certification?
This is the document of the achievements of these medals from the World Karate Shotokan Union. This approves our achievement for
certify, make
yes,
it official.
This is the certifications. As you can see, here we have
so that would be 7 certifications.
Yes, 7, actually 7, yes. This is Omar's, Faisal, and the rest you can see. I'm celebrating my achievement here.
MashaAllah. And how do you see their future?
Promising future, not only for them, for the Saudi karate. And if I may mention here that these are not the only karate players who are promising. We have promising players all over the kingdom. It's just the planning. They need some better planning to be all well-known worldwide.
And how do you see the response from parents of the players?
Encouraging.
And they're cooperating with you and working hours?
Yes. And this is what keeps us working on these targets, on these goals, to achieve more goals and to achieve and to produce to the world that the Saudis can achieve gold medals and be in the higher posts.
And do you all actually still accept new students?
Yes, sure.
From early stages? Is there like any criteria?
We are welcoming. No, there's no criteria. We are welcoming everybody. We are welcoming also the handicaps. We are welcoming the oldest.
All right. And for the players' part, isn't it a dangerous sport?
There's no danger in this sport. On the contrary, this is a very safe sport. And also, it protects everybody. You can perfect your self-defense skills. So.
And, within actually your history, what was actually, would you say this is one of your best moments? But tell us about actually some of the good events that actually you've been in.
This is my best ever. But there are events. I have met so many great people in karate world. For example, the people who are behind the karate and the Olympics, the World Karate Federation President, Mrs. Panazam, and also his General Secretary, Dr. George Olympus, who are behind this development, huge development of karate worldwide. Also the WUSCO, the people in WUSCO, especially my good friend Erkumi Tasdamir, the General Secretary, the International Shotokan Karate Federation, Sensei Okazaki, the Okinawan Gujiryo, our big master Morio Higauna, my sensei, and the General Secretary Tetsumi Nakamura. So I have so many friends, my good friend, Vice President of World Karate Federation, Sensei William Millerson. So many good friends. I have my friends on Facebook, for example, Jackie Chan, Jet Li. I have Don the Dragon Wilson. So I send greetings to all of them. And if I missed anybody, I apologize for that. But they are all in my heart, and they are good friends. And
well, at the end, Sheikh Mohammed Al-Qahtani, congratulations. All the Saudi Arabian team of the International Karate Center, congratulations, and thank you so much for coming with us tonight. And we hope you the best. And good luck. You said the next coming
September.
September.
The World Tutorial.
And that will be where?
that would be in Japan, and the next one, the World Gojirio, would be in South Africa.
Inshallah, and we will be actually with you on the way in that one, and we'll cover it, and we hope you actually the best.
We are proud to be here, and it was very nice talking to you.
Thank you.
And thank for the Saudi channel too.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of our episode. We're reaching our time limit. We will be back next week, Monday at 10:40 p.m. Till then, stay tuned and have a good evening.
You never know what that boy's gonna say, but Fergus prevails. He does things in a most peculiar way, a dream a day, and that's where you'll find him. Something strange is really at play, but what that